Hi everyone. Okay, so this is going to be my very first vlog, I guess they call it, video vlog. And you'll see on my YouTube channel, it's called Sunshine Design, and I have a lot of focus of watercolor painting, journal making, and now it's winter here in Canada. I'm in Ontario, and in the winters I do lots of crocheting. I love crocheting too, and so I kind of wanted to add it to my YouTube. A lot of the research I did said on your YouTube channels you should focus on one thing and not put a whole bunch of other things in. But the problem with that is I would never end up doing it, and I like to procrastinate. Try not to, but it ends up I do. And now I'm semi-retired, so I do have a little bit of extra time. I'm going to try and do this once a week. Like I said, I procrastinate sometimes, so I'm going to do my best. And I don't really care what all the research I did saying, like, just focus on one thing, because this is more just for, it's not serious business or anything. It's just personal, things that I'm passionate about. And the things I'm passionate about are watercolor painting and sketching, like line drawing with watercolor. And I love journaling and making creative journals, putting them together and making them. I love doing that. Kind of like a mix between art, journaling, and writing in your journal. And I'll go through some of those in the vlogs. And crocheting. So those are my three passions. I really enjoy these things. Crocheting, I'm just still a novice, because I kind of just, in the winters I do it. I don't really do it much in the summer. But now I've learned something with my crocheting, because I have been doing a lot since the fall came this year. We had an early winter this year. Usually we don't get snow till almost Christmas, but this year we had it in November and it stayed. Actually, yeah, in November, and it stayed. So I have been following some other podcasts of crocheters, which are phenomenal. The Secret Yarnery, she's amazing. If you have a chance, check her out. The other one, she's from Florida. I can't remember her name, but I'll get back to you. She does a podcast in the mornings, which I've started watching. Anyways, I realized that every time I go buy yarn or anything for crochet, I always buy big chunky stuff, and there's only a limited amount of things you can make with big chunky things. So I think that's what kind of, I would stop after a while. I'd say, okay, I made so many hats, I made so many scarves, I made, but I think it's because it crocheted up fast. The project was done quickly. But now, from looking at some of the podcasts I've been watching, I've realized that I like the thinner yarn better. I like the, not the string, but the DK weight, like the category 3. 4 is worsted, and that's not bad, but I'm really liking the DK, the number 3 weight, even a number 2, even like the Sport Baby. So anyways, what I'm going to do in this vlog is it's going to be crochet. So I'll show you my works in progress, because I might have one finished piece here, but I'm kind of doing like off the normal stuff that I normally do, and stitches, just stitches I've learned. So we'll just get right to it. I'll get a drink of my tea first. Here's another thing. I love mugs. I collect all kinds of mugs. I think if you're someone who likes tea or coffee, you love mugs. And for me, I'm drinking tea because I had lots of coffee already, and if I could, I would drink coffee all day. But I have to try and cut myself down, which I'm not good at that. Sometimes I'll say, oh, well, too bad, just take it anyway. Coffee and chocolate, my 2 favorite things. So, excuse me. Okay, so one of my I have two works in progress right now. I try not to have more than 3 on the go, but this one is a really cool pattern. It's a cowl, and it's all the bobble stitch. Isn't that cool? I have never seen that before. It's just beautiful, and I'll post a link down if I can find where I saw it. I watched the video one day, and I mean, it wasn't nothing. It was easy to remember, so I didn't have to go back. So hopefully I can find it. But basically, it's, you know, you're just doing single crochets and a whole string of bobble stitch. That's all it is. But and it's so light and airy, and I think I have about 12 loops on it right now. Hopefully you can see the whole thing. 12 loops on it right now, and you can make it long, like to double it around your neck. You can make it shorter. You can make, you know, start short and go long so it goes like a waterfall. Just things I thought about. But anyway, this one I still want to put another 5 or 6 rows on it. Anyways, I know it doesn't go great with what I'm wearing, but it's so cute. And that's another thing. Now I seem to be buying colors. Before I always stayed with browns, burgundies, black, gray, because I seem to be crocheting in the winter, and I guess, you know, black, but I want bright colors. And bright colors, my house is all bright colors. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I mean, look at this thing, right? I'm a hippie wannabe. I should have been a child of the 70s, 60s, I mean the 60s. I was about 10 years too late. So, okay, and the next work in progress I have is, let me take this hook out. This hook is a clover hook. If you ever use a clover hook, you will never go back. I don't know what it is, but the yarn doesn't slip off. It just slides so beautifully. They're a little bit expensive, but the one I'm doing the baubles with is, I don't know the name of it. I can't see it. But it's all aluminum. And you kind of need it for the bobble stitch because you're pushing the yarn so far back, where here you kind of stop right there. So anyways, so this here, I'm doing my very first shawl. And this is really nice yarn. It's the Loops and Threads Joy DK yarn. You can see that. And this is the color I'm using. Look at the difference. Like, how would you know buying this that this is what it's gonna look like? Who knew? And the colorway of this is sorry, I don't have my glasses on. What's on the back probably. It's called Wild Berry. So, very pretty. I wouldn't have thought that's what it was going to look like. And, anyways, I'm on my 3rd ball. Well, not quite. I'm almost going on to my 3rd ball. But I still need it to be a lot bigger. But I'll show you once it's gone a little bigger. And for the bauble one, that is, I forget the brand, but the sub name of it is hopscotch. Not the color, but the kind of the yarn. It might be Lion Brand or Red Heart, but it's called hopscotch. And then there's different varieties of colors, of mixtures of colors. So yeah, I really like this. I know, I'm pretty sure once my mother sees this, she's gonna want it. But this is super easy and super, super fast. If you're interested in the pattern or me doing a little tutorial, just let me know. I mean, it's very simple. Anyway, so that's the 2 works in progress I have going. I just made this. It's a book cover. I hadn't made one of those before, but it's the same yarn that I did the baubles with, the hopscotch. And it's a thick yarn, and I was trying to think, what could I make to get rid of it? Because I want to start using the finer yarns. But anyway, so I thought this was really cool. The Secret Yarnery, I'm pretty sure it was her channel. I saw her do a book cover, but I did it like on the long way, like this way, where she worked it up this way. But this way I found if you wanted to, you could just make the whole thing and not have to sew this in. You could just wrap it around. But because I use thick yarn, I thought it would be too thick when I closed it. So this is going to be the yarn for, the book for, I just started up a little local crocheting club, and it's going to start up in February, and this is going to be my note-taking book for it. So I thought it was very appropriate. So that's what I've done, and I think that's about it. Just I just want this here. I bought another one of those DK Joy balls in a coral, because coral is the color of the year. Pantone just before the first announced the color of the year, which is living coral. And so I thought, I'm gonna buy it, see what I can do with it. And anyways, I'm gonna shut down now because I'm not sure how long I've gone on. I can't see the camera, I've got it flipped the other way. But I will be doing another vlog, and I'll have a little bit more of a chit chat in the other one about my YouTube channel and where I plan on going with it and whatnot. Anyways, just one thing before I go. It is January 5th or 6th right now, I can't remember, but it's Saturday. And just a thought for you guys. I like to have a word of the year, and I write it in my journal, and a word of the year and an idea of the year. And my word of the year this year is simplicity. So, and I know it's so overdone, minimize everything, but I want to simplify my mind, my chaotic mind that never stops thinking, and just simplify my lifestyle, simplify my ideas. So I don't have I have usually so many ideas all going at the same time. Just totally encompass the idea of simplifying. Not so much subtracting things, but just simplifying things. And last year, and I think I'm continuing it this year, because I forgot the word now. My idea for the year, kind of like your purpose to follow through in the year. Last year was to give back. And I did that a lot, and it felt so good. It felt, I gave lots, my time, gifts, all kinds of things, and it felt really good. And even what we did was, at Christmas, instead of buying gifts for the adults, because we just have 2 grandchildren now, so it's kind of like our second year with children, because my guy is 30. So we decided where nobody's buying gifts for the adults, we're all pooling our money and giving it to a charity. And that's what we did the last 2 years. And I'm telling you, I know it's a really hard thing to do, because we did try and get other families to do it within their family, and no, it's a tough thing to do. But I'm going to tell you, you do it one time and you just see how good it feels. It's not only just for them, it turned out, we felt so good. We buy for the kids that believe in Santa, but any adults or anything, we just put in our money of what we want to put in, or what we might have spent, or a portion of what we might have spent, so that you save money, you don't even spend as much. But anyway, y'all pull your money, and you choose a charity, and it feels really good. Anyway, on that note, my word of the year is simplicity, and maybe you could take a few minutes and think of a word for you, that write it on a card, put it on your fridge, and you walk by it every day. Tape it on your mirror in your bathroom. Anywhere where you're going to see it often. And when you look at it, you'll feel good. And even though you didn't do it yet and it's March, you can still do it. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. And see you in the next vlog. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and thumbs up. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye.